Beginning with the stock market crash of Black Tuesday, October 29, 1929, the Great Depression became a worldwide economic crisis that in the United States was marked by widespread unemployment, near halts in industrial production and construction, and an 89% decline in stock prices. By 1931, the effects were widespread. Economic issues were compounded by a drought marked by huge dust storms that affected farmers' crops throughout the nation. City dwellers lost their jobs and homes, and President Herbert Hoover was viewed as a do-nothing leader who passed responsibility for the suffering to underfunded local governments and charities. Men and women came home from job hunting to find their doors padlocked and their possessions on the street. Shanty towns, not so jokingly referred to as Hoovervilles, sprung up in cities across the country, including Seattle, St. Louis, and even New York's Central Park. By late in 1930, a few homeless people set up an informal camp at the reservoir site, but were evicted by the police. As the Depression set in, public sentiment became more sympathetic, and in July 1931, a judge suspended the sentences of 22 unemployed men sleeping in Central Park and gave each one $2 out of his own pocket. "We work hard to keep clean because that is important," said one man. "I never lived like this before." In 1932, Franklin Delano Roosevelt won the Democratic nomination and campaigned on a platform of attention to the forgotten man at the bottom of the economic pyramid. After Roosevelt was elected, he offered and Congress passed a series of emergency measures that came to characterize his promise of a New Deal for the American people. He created a workers' relief program that led the administration to create a permanent jobs program, the Works Progress Administration, or WPA, that began in 1935 and lasted until 1943. The program employed 8.5 million people and spent $11 billion as it transformed the nation's infrastructure, made clothing for the poor, and created landmark programs in art, music, theater, and writing. Coming soon, Brooklyn Bound. New York in the 1930s, Paintings by George H. Rothacker, is a new series scheduled for completion in 2013. Stay tuned for more in the months ahead.